Anytime.
Yes.
So let's begin this conversation like this. Another topic that we're looking at is the questions people should ask themselves before they start even think about setting a goal.
Yes.
Let's begin from a very basic perspective. I normally tell people, learn. People start a year, and I told you that myself, I started this year. I said, I want to make a resolution. I made a resolution about what my personal relationships are going to be like this year. And then I made a resolution about my finances. I said, every other month, I got to do ABCD.
Yeah.
But then, again, I'm hearing, on top of these resolutions, there's also another thing called a goal.
Yeah.
So let's begin from that. What is a goal? And how are you going to differentiate a goal from a resolution?
Thank you very much for the good question. Now, a goal is actually, it's like a compass. Yeah, it gives you direction on exactly how to do what you want to do for your life. And even before we go to what a goal is, because before you reach there, you have first to ask yourself some few questions.
Does it?
Yeah, like where am I in terms of my life? So you have to do your life audit or life analysis. Are you happy with the results that you're seeing? So it starts with that. Then now from there you ask yourself, so this is how my life look like in all facets of my life. So where do I want to go? How do I want to grow this year? What different actions that I have to put in place for me to be able to change the situation if you're not happy with the results. So that's where you start from. First, do the audit, the analysis of your current life. Of course, there are things that you're happy with. There are things that maybe you're not happy with. And then now from there, you go to the next step, whereby you ask yourself, why do I need to make the changes that I'm looking for? I'm not happy, but why do I need to make these specific changes?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I hear you speak, and then I'm saying that before you make a goal, but SIANTO, somebody's going to ask you, isn't there a general goal that I just have to get into before asking myself these questions? Can I just say, let me just wake up today and go make money?
Yes.
Or put food on the table.
Yes.
Why do I need to have a goal?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
So we're saying that if you want to live a life, you can't live a life without a goal. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Of course, you cannot live your life without a goal, because it means any road takes you to whichever place you want to go, even if that's not where you want to go.
Some people say.
Yes.
And I think you've run into this quote, and we're here to dispel them. Some people say, guys, don't take life too serious. Live it by the day.
Yeah.
It's a very huge slogan.
Yeah.
Some people, when they speak to you, they tell you, Simba, you're stressing too much.
Yeah.
Please, wake up, live, come back, sleep. Do that again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then they say, beautiful life.
Yeah.
Are you saying that's not life?
Yeah, that's not life, because that means it's a robotic life. You're actually not in control of your life. You're just letting life happen. So today you wake up, okay, what do I do? People go to work, you just wake up and you go to work, but without really knowing, even from the beginning, why am I doing what I'm doing, even in that job? What makes me fulfilled at work? Yeah, so you just don't wake up and, you start off your day without even having to know, why am I going to this work? How am I going to make my work different today? Yeah, so it starts with, yes, of course, doing the analysis, asking yourself the why. The reason why I'm focusing on you knowing your why is because that is what will sustain you in terms of action taking. If you know your why do I go to work? I go to work because, number one, I want to make an impact to the society. I want to change the environment, maybe in this industry.
Yes.
I want to change how things are done. So there's that drive behind what you do. And that sustains you, because really it's tough, because it calls for you to make some decisions. So if you know why you're doing what you're doing, then you're able to make those tough decisions when that time reaches.
Pretty much. Now, this is where the conversation becomes complex, because now you're speaking to majority of people who have also been told, do not stress yourself. Now, SIANTO, here's the thing. You're saying a life can't be a life without a goal, then what are you doing? But then the next question comes in, how do I make a goal that is not going to stress me?
Yeah.
Is there an environment where I have a goal,
Yeah.
but then I'm not essentially stressing myself to achieve it?
Yeah. You know, actually, people think that when you set goals, your life becomes very hard. Yeah. It becomes boring because it means you have a schedule that you have to follow on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But actually, without setting goals, your life can be so chaotic because everything goes. Even if someone tells you there's this opportunity, or there's this, maybe we need to go to this place, or there's this other club that you need to join, if it's not part of your goal, then you're able to say no. But if you don't have a goal and you don't know where you're going, whatever you're being told, let's do this, you just take it on. And maybe it's a distraction. It is a sideshow. It doesn't really move you to the right direction. So setting of goals remove chaos from our lives, not the way we think that goals actually bring chaos.
It's actually the opposite, is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is the opposite.
That you'd rather manage the little chaos of sticking to it than trying to manage the chaos that will follow if you don't have a goal.
Oh,
is that?
Yes.
So do I hear you say it is the discipline that people really do not want to follow?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes. You see, just the way I was explaining, when you have a goal that you follow on a daily basis, then your life actually becomes very simple and clear, such that you also don't have a mind that is full of so many things that really don't matter. You wake up in the morning, you know the goal is A, B, C, D, maybe 3 goals in a day. So that is where you're focusing your mind on what is important for that day.
Yes.
But if you wake up in the morning and you actually don't have any specific goals, so anything just comes into your mind is important, and it's not important. So that is chaos.
So the chaos that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which takes me to the next question, even before we go deeper into this subject.
Okay.
Some people say, Simba, I mean, why do I need a goal?
Yeah.
I just have a long-term goal.
Yeah.
Clear this year with some money in the account. Or clear this month. Having I've not spent this much, or having I've achieved this. Which therefore gets me into that question. Are you saying therefore that as a human being, when you wake up in the morning, that the first thing you're supposed to do is to say, what am I supposed to achieve today?
Yes.
And then once you've known that, how are you supposed to approach your day to achieve it?
Yes.
Now, that's not even a question about it.
Okay.
Question begins like this then. If I've got a long-term goal, SIANTO, how am I supposed to marry my long-term goal with my short-term or daily goals?
Yeah.
That's where people start losing track. These things are becoming so much stressful. They gotta write every day.
Yeah.
Get into that.
Yeah. That's very good. Like, for example, let me just use the spirituality part of it, because I think it's very simple. Maybe your long-term goal would be like, I want to read the whole Bible. Yeah, that is a long term. Yeah, and maybe you say it will take me like 1 year or even 2 years or 3 years to finish the whole Bible and understanding what it really means. But the short-term goal would mean I would really maybe read 1 book in a month.
That's the short-term goal.
Short-term goal, and that is in a month. So you can even go to a daily habits, because now you have to come up with daily habits that support your short-term and long-term goal. So you can say, okay, I want to read the Bible in 2 years, the whole Bible. In a month, I want to read 1 book in a Bible. But on a daily basis, then I can do 2 chapters of that book. So you see, on a daily basis, you're working towards that 1 book of the Bible, but you're doing something today. You're reading maybe 2 chapters or even 2 pages of that book today. So with time, you're actually going to reach your goal. So that's what, it has to really be simplified. A goal is not a habit. A goal is what you want to achieve, the outcome. But now, without the habits, you have to go further and look at what do I need to do for me to reach there. So you have to look at the daily habits or maybe weekly habits that will take you there.
Pretty much. Which therefore takes me to the next question. How am I going to make these daily goals simple so that I get a happy out of it? And there's a very specific question that came from my brother, by the way.
Okay.
Job, good morning. Thank you very much for watching. Here's the thing. How long do I have to hold on? Because people say, if you're practicing, every other practice, SIANTO, has a time when you gotta start seeing results. They say then, if I'm going to condition my mind to start, if I'm going to the gym, a gym instructor will tell you, if we do this daily up to a certain time, you will see.
Yeah.
And if you follow what I'm telling you, you're going to start seeing results. So when it comes to life coaching, setting of these goals, how long do I have to tell my mind, stick, before we start to see the results?
Yeah.
Because that's why some people say, I give up, man. I tried it, I give up. So start with the first one, how to make them simpler, and then is there a timeline from within the industry, like coaching industry, where you say, you see, if you stick like this for this period of time, you're going to start seeing results.
Yeah. So how do you make it simpler is actually ensuring that you have daily habits that are going to take you there. And you don't look at the bigger picture in terms of the bigger steps that is, like how do you?
Now, what time then?
Yes.
Do you have to stick? Is there a timeline? You go to the gym, you're told if you do this for 6 months, you're going to see results. Is there a timeline where, if indeed you're going to condition your brain, where you're saying, see, I'm here, I know the results are going to start coming. Is there a timeline within life coaching where you say, if you stick to these daily goals, this is exactly what you're going to see?
So it depends on really what you're working on. What type of goal you want to achieve, or even what habits you've put in place. But usually it takes around 90 days.
That's 90 days, that's 3 months.
Yes, around 3 months for it to become a lifestyle, such that now you're automating your habits. You see the way in the morning you wake up, you just wake up and you brush your teeth without really thinking.
Without even thinking about it, that's the first thing you do.
Yes. So you see, you've already automated it. It's a lifestyle. You do it even unconsciously. So if it's a new habit, like maybe you want to start eating healthy, or you want to start going to the gym, you have to be aware. People have to know that these things take time. So that people don't, so that you don't expect within 2 weeks or within 1 month, number one, you are able to do it, without hardship, because it's going to be hard. The first 30 days is normally very hard, because that's the time when you're installing the habit. It's normally very, very hard, and that's when people give up.
So the first 30 days, in fact, it's a good thing you're touching on that. They say, and we've got to throw in this question. Now, when does it get the hardest? And does it mean that when it gets the hardest, that's when I'm just about to see the results? There's this code, like some people give up when you're just about to break through. Is that what it means for goals?
Yes, it is the same aspect, by the way. But first of all, as a coach, I have to let you know that before a habit becomes automated, it takes 90 days. So that when 30 days maybe have elapsed and you're not seeing results, or you're feeling like it's so hard, you tell yourself, I'm about, you've done 30 days, I already have another maybe 60 days for me to be able to reach to the point of automation, whereby everything becomes simple. So we have to let our clients know the process that it entails before a habit becomes automated. So that's the number one thing. Now, when you reach the 90th day, when you reach the 90th day, you'll see that either your body now will start demanding for you to take that action.
I see that now.
So like, for example, exercise. If you've done 30 days, 60 days or 90 days, your body now starts demanding for you to go to the gym. If it's eating healthy, your body demands you to eat that food that is healthy. So if you order for fries, your body will now reject it.
I see that.
So
it's the chemistry.
Yes.
Even in the mind, isn't it?
Yes. So it reaches a point, it will become so easy, because your body and your system and your mind demands you to continue now living the lifestyle of the 90 days that you've already installed. So there is hope, it is possible, but it's surely it is not easy.
That is the caveat. Like once you get into life coaching and then setting your goals, it just doesn't get easier.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, then the next part that you're going to run, and this is a personal question that I've actually gotten into from time to time. Now, here's the thing. I wake up in the morning, I set goals, and then SIANTO, here's the thing, my environment.
Okay.
And it's a question that I've got not just from me, but from other people as well.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, my environment, probably I will give you the environment of a journalist, is that, well, my goal is that I'm happy when I leave work early. I want to go home and relax a bit early, start my next day well, so that I can achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve.
Okay.
But then SIANTO, here's the thing. Come to work in the morning, and we have no diary, essentially, as journalists. And all of a sudden, there's a story that I've been assigned to that I started at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is when I'm essentially supposed to be out of work and go home. You see, now, all of a sudden, I've been put under duress to deliver. All right? I'm going to go back to the house late. Probably if my goal was eating healthy, I would say, no, that's not possible. All right? I can't cook. So I'm going to order fries and eat, sleep a bit faster, come back to work the next day. As a life coach, SIANTO, when it comes to setting goals, environment, to what percentage does it play for somebody to achieve their goals?
Yeah, of course, your environment really matters a lot when it comes to how you go. How is the environment supportive when it comes to you achieving your goals?
Yes.
But also the way you mentioned about your work, sometimes your call of duty really has to come first, you know, as much as, yes, you want to be at home at 5, but you are aware that the kind of work that you do, sometimes you'll be called to go to work at 6, or to go and cover a story or shoot a story at 7, because these things just happen without plan. So first of all, before you take the job, is it something that you're willing to sacrifice? Yeah, because there are some people, even they say, when they're negotiating for a job, they'll say, I want to be dropping my children to school in the morning. So you have to be clear at the point of onboarding, what I'm being given, is it really what is good for me, or for my family, and for my goals that I want to achieve? So you have to also be very careful on the kind of environment you're putting yourself into.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Have you ever advised somebody to say, well, you got to change your environment, sir or madam, if you really want to do this?
Yeah, yes, of course. You see, sometimes when people are when you become very stressed because of your environment, then it starts affecting your health, your productivity, and a lot of aspects of your life. So sometimes when we have those kind of conversations with the client, and depending now on what they're saying, then it will be important for them maybe to change their environment. Maybe you can also actually change your job. There's really nothing wrong with that. So that you look for a job that will be okay for you in regards to the kind of life you want to live. Now, that is taking control of how you want to live your life. Pretty much. There are people who, I'm saying, there are people who pick their children in the morning, and they take them to school in the morning, and they pick them in the evening, and they're employed. They negotiated for that, because that is important. So you have to really first ask yourself, what is important to me? Now, this is the environment I'm going to. Are they going to allow me to ensure that what is important to me, I'm able to live it on a daily basis? Yeah.
Pretty much. Direct question as well. Under the stages of setting goals. And you're going to run into this question most of the times. Some people say, what do I need to set first? Because I believe that and we're going to get in that in the next chapter now. As people say, I believe that one of the reasons why I'm not achieving my goals is that there are some personal goals here that I've set. I believe that I'm breaking maybe my financial goals because my mental goals have not been achieved. When you're advising somebody to set goals, and you're coaching them into achieving them, do you do a psychoanalysis of your client? And you tell them, but you see, by the way I'm looking at you, the problem is where you're not achieving your financial goals is because I asked you about your friends, and I find that majority of them are offset from where you need to be. Is that the first thing that you do before then you let them set their other goals?
It's normally a long process because we start by you knowing yourself, your self-identity. Who are you and exactly what do you want? Because really, it's not my job to tell you this is the kind of goal you need to set up. It has to come from you.
It has to come from there.
Because it is your life.
SIANTO, you can't tell me, Zimala, you see, no, I've looked at you, well, you should be married by 30.
No. For me, it's just to guide you and to give you insights on how to set the goals. Yeah. But really, in terms of being specific, like for example, I want to maybe grow my net worth up to 10 million. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So it has to come from you. But first of all, you have to understand what do you want. It starts from there. Then now you start working behind. That's what we call it reverse engineering. You start from what you want and then you work backwards. First of all, you have to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then there's trouble. Then there's trouble. So that's why you really have to understand me first. Yes, we have a lot of tools that we use that actually we bring awareness about who you are. Who is Simba? Yeah. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is your temperament? What is your personality? Where do you thrive best? So that from that, you're able also to know that, okay, this industry or this line of service
is not for you.
It's not for me.
And you're going to struggle.
Because it's very clear. Because Yeah, because you cannot, there's no need for you to place yourself at an industry or at a job whereby it requires, the skills that are required, you don't have them. You will struggle. You're getting me? Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we do. For you, first of all, to know who you are.
Yes.
What are your strengths?
Yes.
Where do you think you're going to thrive best? Yeah. And then from that, what do you want? Then from there, now we set the goals. That's when the goal setting starts from there. Yeah. Guess what? The conversation continues right here on Lookuptv. It has not stopped here because SIANTO is here now. And you can see it's a multi-level understanding. It's not just about saying, tomorrow, I'll start setting my goals. You might completely fail. The bigger takeaway from the first part of this conversation is that you gotta understand yourself first. Even before you say, let's go into goal setting. A lot of revelations coming out of our first part of our conversation. Once we come back then, the bigger ones. And I've got direct questions to her about some of you are saying, why are we failing? We set these goals, we understand what we want, but then at the end of the day, they are not really coming into fruition. Once we come back right here on Lookuptv, I am at KEYAYAYA, but the hashtag is Morning Drif. Once we come back, SIANTO still with us on goal setting, the questions you need to understand. Once we come back.
Are you a resident of Nairobi? Are you ready for the biggest TV roadshow? Lookuptv and Muthingi TV will be coming to an estate near you, starting on the 30th of March to the 2nd of April. Want to be part of this brand experiential and promotion opportunity? Contact us on 0110 430 158 or email us at sales@lookuptv.co.ke. Connect with us at Lookuptv on all our social media platforms or visit our website lookuptv.co.ke for more exclusive content and the latest news updates. You can also watch our programs on Signet.
Utachagua sura au tabia unapotaka kumchumbia mwanamke?
Anaweza kuwa mrembo lakini hana tabia.
Naweza jifanya ndio hata kama hapa sitapata, nipate kwa tabia.
Ukweli wa mambo ni kwamba wanaume wengi, hata wale ambao wanatutazama wakati huu, ni sura inawavutia mara ya kwanza.
Ukiona mwanaume anasema ule dem ako poa, ule dem, hafikiri future na huyo dem. Huyo mwenye ako poa, anapendeza, anakaa vizuri,
acha kutudanganya. Wajua inaweza kuwa na tabia nzuri lakini ikabadilishwa na hali. Kanisani wanjia ndugu yangu waimba kwaya wakishuka wakipanga
unajua,
masika na hao mandugu hawachukui.
Lazima nikae na wewe kwa muda fulani. Nikusome, nikujue kindani sana.
Kuna uchunguzi wa aina mbili ndugu yangu, kuna uchunguzi wa polisi na wa CID. Kama kuna mtu ambaye ana ujuzi wa hali ya juu ya kujifanya na kukusoma akili yako na kukufanya wewe uamini kile unachotaka kutoka kwake, ni mwanamke.
Hi, and welcome to Tujenge Home. Your number one show when it comes to all things architecture, real estate, property development, interior design. You get it right here on Tujenge Home. When the food is ready.
You want to serve them?
Dinner is served. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
I know I'm not alone in this conversation. Countless times, you look at these jokes on social media. When the new year starts, somebody say, "Whoa, guys, I set resolutions. I've broken 3 of them already. It was good trying. Let's try next year." And then you think, yeah, it means nothing. Time again, you'll find that these people are coming from a true point. Probably they were saying, "I will not drink this year." But then a week later, after probably indulging heavily over the first
utachagua sura au tabia unapotaka kumchumbia mwanamke?
Anaweza kuwa mrembo lakini hana tabia.
Naweza jifanya ndio hata kama hapa sitapata, nipate kwa tabia.
Ukweli wa mambo ni kwamba wanaume wengi, hata wale ambao wanatutazama wakati huu, ni sura inawavutia mara ya kwanza.
Ukiona mwanaume anasema, ule dem ako poa, ule dem, hafikirii future na huyo dem. Huyo mwenye ako poa anapendeza, anakaa vizuri,
wacha kutudanganya.
Wajua waweza kuwa na tabia nzuri lakini ikabadilishwa na hali. Kanisani wanjia ndugu yangu waimba kwaya wakishuka wakipanga masika na hao mandugu hawachukui.
Lazima nikae na wewe kwa muda fulani. Nikusome, nikujue kindani sana.
Kuna uchunguzi wa aina mbili ndugu yangu, kuna uchunguzi wa polisi na wa CID. Kama kuna mtu ambaye ana ujuzi wa hali ya juu ya kujifanya na kukusoma akili yako na kukufanya wewe uamini kile unachotaka kutoka kwake, ni mwanamke.
What's going on? Yuko na rafiki yake Musa.
Adam.
Huyu msichana wa watu, wewe umempangia nini?
Nani? Lazima tujue kwa jambo linalofuatia kwetu ni ndoa. Ndoa hii.
Doris, unaongea nini?
Pia, vile hii kazi ilivyo muhimu kwako wewe, hata mimi halikadhalika ni muhimu.
Sitoshi. Kuna mtu hivi sasa anatafuta atakula nini leo?
Mama, nimesoma mama, nimehitimu mama, na vyeti vyote. Kwa nini naishi maisha kweli?
Wewe si family hapa. kuzaa si kama kwenda haja.
The man!
Apologize for that short technical hitch. We are back again. So I'm just going to continue. I'm not going to go back. Hopefully you're still watching. The thing is, we're in the last part of this conversation where we are talking about now, how do you relate with your goals? And one of the reasons, and that's how we were talking just before we went off camera, one of the reasons as why people stop is because once you set it, and it's clear, as SIANTO, that's quite clear. Simba said, in the first 1 month this year, after maybe indulging so much over the festivities, I will not touch fast food in the first 1 month of January. But guess what happened? 2 weeks later, a friend invites me, tells me, Simba, it's just one piece, I mean, just take it. And then I look at my goal, I go like, now this one for fast food, out. So I'm left with 2 goals for this month. So that goal is gone. And I actually actively stop pursuing it. Is that how I'm supposed to relate with my goals?
Yeah, okay. Let me just maybe explain something small that we need to understand.
Yeah.
If you just set goals for the sake of setting goals, then you'll actually see that pattern. You'll take action. Maybe you won't eat fast food for that 1 month.
Yeah.
Then after the second month, you start eating fast food. Because if I could ask you, what was the reason why you set up that goal? Yeah. Such that when the craving comes, you remind yourself of your why.
That was a reason.
Yeah. So I stopped, taking fries because maybe I want to have a lean body. My cholesterol levels are too high. That's why I cannot eat fries. So normally when you go back to the why, when the cravings come, they're actually going to help you not to, start eating those fries. So it has to start with the why. The other thing is that let's also understand that we are human beings. Yeah, that sometimes, yes, we have a goal, and today we wake up and we eat those fries, but it doesn't mean that we let go of the goal, that it's not achievable anymore. Yes.
So essentially, that there's failure within goal setting, that it's okay to fail.
Yes, it is okay to fail, but don't give up on your goal.
So it doesn't mean that, I've touched fries, out.
No. That's living black and white.
First week of the new year. Guys, I set 6 goals. I've touched fries. This is what I've broken it.
This one is done. out of it.
Because that's what people do. Isn't it? And you've seen it, by the way. You've seen it.
Yes.
You've seen it.
Yes.
It's not something that we're just talking about here.
Yes. It happens. Even to me, it happens to me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it does. And actually, the reason why you get, actually, when, for example, you have stopped or you have failed on your goal, you get so frustrated by it. You're like, why haven't I not been able to push through? So you get so frustrated, you start beating yourself down, and you just continue eating those fries. But also, if you tell yourself that, okay, today I've not really stuck to my goal, but tomorrow I can.
I'm going to do it
and
tomorrow.
I pick it up. So you've not given up on your goal because you still know why you have to take that action.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the next one, just before we look into it as well. I ran into a quote where somebody said that one of the reasons why majority of people fail in their goal setting is because their goals are not specific. SIANTO. Somebody says, I just want to be rich this year. Guys, like, what do you want to achieve this year? Bro, I want to make so much money. I'll scare you people. But how much money is that? Could you tell us the chemistry behind the specificity of goals? Like, make it specific.
Yeah.
Look at it, I have a number. What does that do in goal setting?
Yeah. All of us are dreamers. By the way, you have to start from
You got a dream.
We want, yes, it's
Everybody's
good.
a
So
dreamer.
it's good to dream and to have those big, dreams, which is good. Because that's where it starts.
I usually tell my co-host, Ian Kesani, it's 2037, it's like, gotta be the president.
Which is valid.
Which is valid.
Which is valid. But then again, after now dreaming, you have to move away from that lot of just dreamers. You
Stop
dream,
dreaming.
yes. So you go to the next step of where now you have to set smart goals. The ones that are specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic, and time-bound. Your goals have to cover all that. So if you say, for example, I want to eat healthy, you have to be specific enough. What does healthy means? Okay, maybe healthy means I need to be eating vegetables more. I'll maybe start using olive oil, not the hydrogenated fats.
Yes.
So you have to be very specific. You go to details, and how are you going to stay healthy? Maybe you're going to incorporate some form of exercise, but how many times in a day?
Oh, yeah.
How long in a day?
Not just exercise.
And
how
what
many
type of
times, how long?
exercise? So it goes...
Specific.
Yes. That is the best I can explain with exercise. Or now eating healthy. The type of food, the type of exercise, how many times do you want to exercise in a week? And the how. So you have to be very specific. Yeah. So the other thing that I also tell my clients that you have to really give yourself timelines. That I need to achieve this goal by this time.
By this time.
Yes, by this time. Because if you leave it open, then there's no pressure for you to take action on a daily basis. Yes, because, yes.
I want to be rich, I'll be rich
By
at
when?
80.
And rich, what do you mean rich? How many millions are you looking at? Yes. So that's why even in companies, they set up targets for their employees. And they tell you this month, we want you to achieve this number, for example, of sales. So they are giving you smart goals. So it is the same thing we also do to our personal lives. If it's money, if you want to be rich, what does that mean? Go down, be specific. Give yourself a target, maybe 2 years or 3 years, you want to achieve maybe a net income of 1 million a month. So then from there, what are you going to do today for you to reach to that 1 million? So it becomes very, very specific and detailed. So that is the only way you're going to achieve it.
Actually get to achieve that goal.
I
don't want to speak ill of churches. Because we're a Christian station, I would like to believe that the church plays a very critical role in the society. Fine. But then someone asked this question. There is motivation and there is inspiration in goal setting. When I have a doubt in the goal that I've set, SIANTO, like I set a goal, I said, I want to make 24 million in 2 years. But then I'm looking at it going like, hey, even the plan that I've put in place, I'm looking at it going like, okay, I'll put it down, but let's see what happens. Are you saying that the science of goal setting is so specific, SIANTO, to the point that, look here, you can't be motivated to achieve it. Nobody's going to inspire you to achieve it. Because then if you're going to say it's so specific in the sense of, this way, I'm gonna go to the gym 10 times a day. I'm gonna eat this and this 3 times a day, to the point that then you're saying, you see this make-believe, this dream that you have, it's not a reality within goal setting, which therefore introduces doubt in the goals that people set. Let's attack it like, what would introduce doubt in goal setting, which essentially makes somebody fail? And number 2, motivation, inspiration. Can I get a goal that is purely not specific, but I'm saying, if Obama did it, I can do it.
I can do it as well.
If Ruto did it, a hustler to president,
yes.
I'm also a hustler, I can do it.
Yeah.
Are we eliminating inspiration and motivation in goals?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Let's attack them like that.
Yeah.
What brings doubt, and can I set a goal purely on the basis that it's been done? Why not me?
Yeah. That's a very good question. Let me just expound on that. It is normal to doubt your goals. It is okay. Doubting doesn't mean that you're not capable to achieve those goals.
So doubt within goals is okay?
It is okay. It's just like having fear. When you're taking on your goals, you fear, for example, going speaking in public, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do it. Yeah. So we have to understand that fear will be there, doubt will be there, but then how can you then go beyond the doubt? First of all, ask yourself, okay, this is a goal that I want to achieve. Number one, what is it that is needed for this goal, for it to become successful? So you look at the resources, you look at your skills. Are you competent enough? Do you have the right skills to ensure that this goal can actually, you can actually take that action? So for example, you're an anchor. Do you have the skills of being an anchor? Then you say, yes, I have. I've gone for training. I've gone to school on this. Then yes. So you have now to start looking at what do you have as an individual, so that you go beyond the doubts, because the doubts will be there. And even sometimes, even if you're not able to get something that is supporting you, you have also to be a number one fan. You tell yourself, this is what I want to do. I can do it. Yeah. And you have to, and you of course now go to the next level of setting them up and really pushing yourself on a daily basis to go and take that action. Yeah.
Now the next part, setting a goal purely on motivation. So you're saying make it specific, make it all that. But some people say, I'm gonna be motivated, I'm gonna be inspired.
Yeah, it's good
to achieve this.
Yeah. Actually, motivation helps. Like by looking at what other people have done, then it can give you hope that you're a human being like them. You can acquire the skills that are needed, and then you can also achieve that goal. So it is important. And that's why sometimes when you're feeling low in the morning, when you start doubting your capabilities, it's good to listen to those motivational videos, because they give you that inspiration.
I see that.
But the secret to getting motivated is taking action and getting to be like achieving those small success on a daily basis and celebrating your small wins. So for example, today you've started just going to the gym. Maybe you want to lose whatever number of kilos, but today you have gone. You've just managed to lift 10 kilos. You tell yourself, okay, today I've done 10 kilos. So that is something commendable. So you really have to become your personal coach.
I'm going to ask you this particular one as well, even as we continue with this conversation. I seem to have developed a cold all of a sudden. Guys, give me this.
Sorry.
Oh, all right, here we go. I'm going to ask you on this particular one as well. People are saying here that one of the reasons as why majority of people, again, do not achieve their goals, number one, is because there are so many.
The goals are so many.
Yes, that you want to achieve so many at a time. So there's a specific question to you now, SIANTO. How many goals can one person achieve? If you're going to set goals on a daily basis, is there a limit? Because I say, you can't be walking around with 20 goals a day. You're going to crash. Is there a limit? Number one, on the daily goals, and number two, on the long-term goals.
Actually, we cannot say that we have a limit on the number of goals you need to focus on a day. Reason being, you have 8 areas of your life that you have to cover on a daily basis.
That's 8?
Yes, 8 facets. You have to cover those 8 facets of your life on a daily basis. Your spirituality, your mental, body, mind, and soul, your work, your finances, your fun, and relaxation. So there are 8 of them. So, for example, now on the 8 of them, what are you going to do today? What goal are you setting today for you to achieve the 8 facets of your life, because you're working towards achieving success in the 8 facets of your life. Because if you find that people just focus maybe on the 2 or 3 facets of life and you don't feel fulfilled. So if, maybe I'm digressing, but I just want you to understand that where it starts from. You have to cover 8 areas for you to feel that, for you to feel alive, for you to feel happy, for you to feel fulfilled. Because you'll find that maybe you're focusing on your work and you ignore your family, then you start feeling guilty that I'm not there for my family. But if, for example, you've created a plan or an action point today that I'll go and spend maybe 20 minutes with my kids or even with my husband, then you just go and do that. That gives you satisfaction.
So there are 8.
Yes, there are 8.
And within that, you could even have 2 on day, isn't it?
Yeah. But some of them, it doesn't have to be daily. There are some you can do weekly. There are some you can do monthly or quarterly. But most of them, you have to do at least 1 or 2 actions in a day as you work now towards, living that life that you want to live.
Pretty much. Very peculiar one, the next one. And it's a good thing that you stated with us here, so we can actually either confirm or dispel that another reason as to why people fail in their goal setting is that they do not write them down. They do not write them down. They just want to know them. Simba, wake up in the morning today, don't eat fries. What is this mentality behind writing it down? Today, I'm going to do A, B, C, D. Is there a connection between writing down your goals and clearly achieving them?
Yeah. I can actually first explain to the basis of that. Just like when, for example, you're listening to a speech or any type of education material, someone is speaking and you're not writing the points down. So with time, and it has been researched on it, after like 2 months, you have actually forgotten like 80% of what you've had. But if you write down, then there's a point of reference. So now with goal setting, we even go beyond writing down to displaying your goals. So we normally put them on a chart, and you stick it somewhere, maybe in your room or a place where you'll be able to have a look at them on a daily basis. Because human beings, we forget. We tend to forget.
And you're dealing with a lot.
We are dealing with a lot, So you even forget, what am I supposed to do today and why? But if you have really written them down and you have displayed them, so you are reminding yourself on a daily basis, this is what I need to do. So it actually also helps in the storage in your mind now, in regards to, this is what I need to do. Then it becomes a belief system. Then now it becomes automation with time. But you have to do it for the 90 days I was telling you. Even just looking at the goals on the chart, because we normally put them on the chart. And family, what am I supposed to do today? You check. Okay, I'm supposed maybe to have dinner with my kids on Wednesday. It reminds you. So, but with time, you don't need to be checking on that on a daily basis, because now it becomes automated. So from 90 days and above, you'll find that now it's now automatic for you to take that action.
All right. They keep on coming. Next one, and I gotta ask you this question as well, in terms of achieving a goal. Is it ever okay, SIANTO, to revise a goal? Because I understand the process of making this goal. You've self-searched, you've made it very specific, you've consulted both inside and outside. But then as you go on trying to get to this goal, you say, hey, guys, I'm struggling, so gotta revise this goal. Is revising a goal considered, number one, failure to achieve the goal, which we're saying, well, you gotta relate differently to achieving that goal, or that is the way to go when you really want to be good with goal setting? Can you ever revise a goal?
It's good to be, actually I tell my clients, you have to be flexible in terms of your goals. That, for example, what you thought would work today has changed. So you have to be very adaptive to come up with a new habit that really will work. So you have to keep on adjusting the habits that you need to take for you to achieve your goal. So yes, you can adjust. And also you adjust when it's not working. You have failed. So you cannot continue pushing on something that is not working. So and it's good to fail so that you get a solution on how best to carry on that goal. So there's nothing wrong with failing.
There's nothing wrong, which was actually my next question. That majority of people then do not get to their goals because they do not know how to relate or handle failure.
Yes.
How am I supposed to handle failure within goal settings?
Yes. That's a very good question. First of all, is just to be aware that yes, I've set these goals and I have habits in place, but there's a chance or a probability that I will fail. But it doesn't mean that if I fail, then I stop. It could mean that maybe today you are just weak. You're not mentally strong today, but tomorrow you can still pick it up. Or it needs you to change your strategy. So you sit down and say, okay, this strategy that I have is not working. So what else can I put in place? Yeah. And also what I wanted to point out is that sometimes we fail on our goals because we don't have the resources that we need for that goal to happen.
I see.
For example, in business, you have this great idea, you have the skills, but you don't have the capital. Yeah. So that's why people get so stressed. You're at home, you feel like you're so depressed. You don't even have the motivation to wake up in the morning. Yeah. Because yes, you have this great idea, you have this great goal, but the resources that are needed, you don't have. So it is a very tough place to be. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that, yes, if you don't have the resources, you give up on it, but probably it means if you're a business person, maybe it means you get a job first, yeah, so that you get income and then you're able to build up on your passion or on your purpose.
That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. SIANTO, as we get done with this conversation this morning, it's a direct one from our audiences who are watching, and I'll give you 2 questions, just we get done with it. Number 1, this Jerry is asking, today, I've listened to you, I've heard you, so where am I going to start? Should I want to start today by myself? Where am I going to start? Out of the 8 facets that you mentioned.
Like which specific one?
Yeah, should I start today? Yes.
No, you need me.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Jerry, here's the thing. After this, we are going to link you up to SIANTO so that she can tell you exactly where you are.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? What is the first question you're going to ask Jerry?
We have first just to do analysis of his life and then look at the 8 areas and then come up with action points and, based on what he wants. So it's a process. Yeah. So we cannot deal with that now, but we can engage me.
Pretty much. This is just a comment. I thought they're asking a question because I've seen other questions as well that are coming in. I think we've already covered them pretty good. This is Victorious from Busia who's saying, well, SIANTO is powerful in Busia and following. So probably, Victor, you're going to talk to SIANTO later on and even say hi to her. That's exactly what I would say. You see, she said you need her for you to understand that process. So how can they get you? Yeah, so my name is SIANTO KEYAYAYA. They can reach me on 0703 478 426 or my website, which is www.betterhumanslifecoaching.com, because I help individuals to become better humans in all areas of their lives to achieve success. Yes. Guess what, SIANTO? Today I've been better. I mean, if this is not a pointer for you to really think deep into your life and how you relate to your goals, maybe the biggest takeaway, guys. So probably next year, SIANTO, we don't see the memes for after 3 days into the year. Oh, guys, it was good. We tried. Let's try again next year. The biggest takeaway from her was, you fail, you keep on at it. Yeah, until your mind gets to achieve it. SIANTO, thank you very much for coming by. This has been a powerful section.
Thank you
in
very
Victor's
much.
words.
Thank you very much.
All right. Guess what? We take a tiny breather right here on the Morning Drift. We have another goal to achieve on that particular area with Ian Ketani once we come back here on a newspaper review. Diary. Wow. Newsroom diary. And what is trending. Yeah, that's what it. Thank you very much, Director.
Tuko sehemu inajulikana kama Lokodwarang. Jua imepiga kweli, kaunti ya Turkana. Na tumefika hapa kwa hisani ya Lotto Foundation, na kumbuka madhumuni yetu hapa ni kuangalau kuleta afueni. Sasa hivi tunavyozungumza